Okay, it's Friday. Hey, Justin, what are you doing?
So we're putting in the jute, and as I was going down the passenger side, decided that one, we needed to clean this shift linkage up, the shifter and all. Two, it's kind of in the way for the jute because I want it to be nice and uniform. So I got to looking at it. There's only 4 bolts holding it to right above the transmission. Pulled those out and then realized that the shift linkage is only held into the actual shifter by one pin with a cotter key and this locking shim here. So once you get that out, she just slides right on out of the car. You can clean that up and do whatever you need to with it.
Was there a light on there?
Yeah, there was a little light and it was just clipped right here. I'm not sure if that's exactly where it needs to be, but then again...
But the wires were cut.
Yeah, and the wire's cut on one end, and then I've got 2 grounds actually attached here that kind of a mystery at the moment, but we'll figure that out as well. So...
Yeah, we don't know what that is. It could be, I don't know. But there's also a mystery wire sticking out right here that somebody cut. That could have went over there. We don't know. So can that cable come out of there? Because it's all gummed up.
From here, possibly. I'd have to look at it a little more.
Well, is there a plate there? Can that plate come off?
So this plate will come off. It's just 2, looks like 5/16 bolts. Other than that, though, it's gonna be, you know, take them out and shake a look.
How thick is that jute material?
At least a 1/4 inch.
Shit, looks like a half
thicker.
to me.
It could be a half. It's pretty thick. It looked thinner rolled up, but as soon as I unrolled it, of course, it got a little air to it. So
I'm just gonna talk. So a lot of people, they're putting in sound deadening. I think I said this before. You know, you stick it. But it was when I had that other car, somebody had done that. That stuff will never come up. It is. I mean, you have to use a frickin' dynamite to get it out. So we've never done this before, and we're learning as we go. What about cutting it?
Cutting it's definitely a bit of a pain. It's easier if you can somehow have 3 hands and keep it pretty taut. You can cut right through it with scissors. But what I was doing is using a straight edge, kind of like a 2x4 with some pressure and a knife, a couple of runs. So
get some kick-ass scissors, like what I would suggest. Get a piece of this material, go down to a scissor store, whatever that means, a craft store, or maybe a craft store, and try cutting it there. If not, you're just gonna, what I call it, you don't want to suffer when you work. You want to get the right tools. So again, I videotape everything for people that are in the same position I am in. But again, when I try to shift this car, that cable is like, it feels like there's a bubble gum inside of it. So we're gonna take it out, and I have seen where you hang a cable, you drip fluid through it all night. But if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna have to find another one. Because I don't have the technology to make my own cables.
Yeah, that's real scientific there. Somebody just
put that in the bag too.
Yeah, somebody just wrap the wire around the bolt itself that goes into that.
So all that is a ground. So I bet you the wire came from here.
Possibly.
The other thing is that Justin keeps telling me is put the stuff in the bags. Because if you don't, it rolls away, or you get like 8 different pieces of different parts mixed together.
Well, there she is, just a hole.
Can you get that cable through there without ruining it?
Yeah, I can see where it screws into the transmission.
No, can you get it through that rubber boot?
Oh.
You need some lubricate?
I think this is a collar. So this is like one of those collars, kind of like on a 1/4 inch impact drill.
But I could put it through if you can get it through, even if we have to cut the boot bigger, I could caulk around it or something, right?
Yeah, but really, I was just gonna kind of get it up.
But I need to get the cable out of there.
Oh, okay. Well, my suggestion is unscrew it right there, where I can see it's connected.
And then pull it this way?
And yeah, just pull it right on out.
If I remember, there's a big, well, okay, I can't remember. So we, next time we lift the car up, we'll do that.
Which we're fixing to do.
Oh, and by the way, yesterday Justin put in this piece right there on an earlier video. That was missing, and I didn't realize it. But once I realized that was missing, then I looked and the ducting was missing. And then when that piece was missing, then I realized the centerpiece of ducting was missing. Then I realized the driver's side ducting was missing. Passenger side. So Justin figured out how to put it together. So, yeah, this stuff can drive you nuts, or you can just relax and enjoy it. So that's it for what we're doing right now. So that cable that we were just looking at up above, where does it go? Is right.
Yeah.
I'm under the car. It's right there. There's not enough room to pull it down, so we're gonna disconnect this cotter pin, these two bolts, and then we're gonna. So just to elaborate on this shifting cable a little bit more, what'd you do?
So instead of cutting the boot at all, or trying to cut the cable or figure out how it comes apart, I just pulled the boot through the hole. It is rubber, even though it's got some rust on it, just from being as old as it is, it did come right through. Instead of trying to fight this metal bracket through the hole, which is about yay big, it wasn't worth trying.
As usual, we got sidetracked. This has been flooding because that drain's plugged up. So we put a snake in there. Found another outlet here. The water drains that way. So we're trying to clean it out. Okay, here's the shifter. I'm going to take it apart because it just needs to be greased and cleaned. That goes in like that. Then this piece. You see that piece that he just put? Sorry, I forgot the camera. That piece, do it again. That piece goes there, that comes out last. There's one, that one, and that one. This slips in like, I can't see. That slips in there like that. Then the bolts go through through here. So it really, and then this goes on there. But really, what I'm saying is the only really part that you got to clean is you take out those 4 bolts and this pin, which is right there. And you can clean this whole thing. The rest of it is just pivot points. You can just grease that. You could sandblast this whole thing. So the only part that really slides is on these. They go like this. So really, it's pretty simple. It looks worse than it is. So anyway, getting back to this. Like I said, this is the only. Again, I keep turning the camera on and off, but this is the only piece you really need to clean. This and this, which I used just to give you some brake cleaner. Clean it up. Clean this edge and that edge. Clean this. And clean that. Because these are the only pieces that are actually making contact when you slide. There's a spring in here that's kind of rusted, but I could take it off. That spring is for when you shift gears, but it looks like it's in good condition. So I'm not going to sandblast it. I'm just going to oil it later. But basically, I'm just getting all the gunk off. This whole thing I could put in. It's been sandblasted once, but I could do it again if I wanted to. I don't know that I have to. And here you can see the. I don't know if you can see that. The shifting contacts. You know when you click into a gear. Those look okay. But I don't see any point in taking more than that apart. Again, all I do is take off 4. four bolts and one retaining, what do you call that? Cotter pin or
Cutter key.
I don't know what you call it, but that's what it is. And that's it. So I'm just gonna, I cleaned it. I think I'll spray it black. Even though it looks like, well, you sandblasted this, right?
Yeah, I sandblasted the whole thing together.
So I'm just gonna paint it black. And
Fresh grease.
I'm just gonna clean up all the brake cleaner or whatever. Paint it black. This was chrome, but I'm not gonna buy another one. I'll just paint this black also. Or paint it chrome, but there's some rust up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. That means later. And make sure that this, since this slides, I would lube inside here with something. But you can see it. It's working fine. So that's where I'm at. Well, Justin, over here, is fitting this Jude, I think it's called Jude. I don't know. You know, I was going to try to talk through that stuff.
Epoxy?
No. Give it a sound test.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to put my mouth over it, see how loud it is. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
So it works. If you doubled it,
Justin.
there isn't much difference. But it does help. Yeah. Basically, I think what it does is, if you listen, anybody cares, I like to analyze everything, I can't help it. But metal rings, so if you put something on it, you're taking away the ring, you're deadening the tone. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just trial fitting all this stuff. We're just gonna make it, I mean, he's gonna make it so it works, and that's what we're doing. So anyway, I'm gonna spray paint this black. But I'm gonna have to sand some of the paint off in the areas of this slip. And I don't want to try to tape it off. So I'm just gonna paint the whole thing black. So it's pretty cold in here, so I'm
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
talking to the camera. So I'm just gonna heat this up. If you watch, you can see it change color. As it takes the moisture out. This thing's almost empty. Just trying to make it warm, not hot. Yeah, so I went up into the basket barn upstairs and I found this stuff. When I took that apart, yeah, okay. When I took this apart, this piece was missing, and this piece has a light goes in the back. So I have one of these. Anyway, I got a bunch of them. I think this whole cover was missing actually. So I got my choice. So I guess this piece slides back and forth in there. I just need to pick the best one. And they're all pretty much the same. But if you look, like that one's broken. That one's broken. These are good on this one. And they're good on this one. So this one and this one, at least the faceplate, I don't need. Anyway, that's how I do it. Just pick up the best parts and try to build a car out of it. Then I got this knob. I don't know what that's from. Then I got this one. So when you push this in, I was showing this before. There's those slides. When you push this button, let's see, what does it do? Can't see right away what it does, how it works. Oh, I see. Let's see, where's the other piece? This piece here is the piece that's going into, if I can touch this now. That's going into those grooves that we're shifting. I think that is going in, well, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm right. That piece, when you push it down, again, this is upside down, but those are the different gears or slots for this. So I got park, reverse, neutral, drive, S and L. I don't know what S is. I guess they're all the same. S. So I got one, two, three of those. One. No, that's wrong. Anyway. And then I found that, but mine's supposed to be the gold one. To be honest with you, I don't even know how this goes together yet. You know, how do you take this thing off? I don't know. There's a hole here. I don't know how that comes off. Just another day in basket case world. Mr. Majestic, Justin says that you pop the top off of that. Let's see if he screws it all up. Try pushing it in.
It's coming up. I'm afraid to break it. I don't want to break it.
You don't want to break it?
No. See how high it is on that? I mean, it's coming up. There you go. You got it. Looky there. So there's just a pin sitting in there for that to hit on. How did this come out though?
So this is off the door, I guess. So now somehow that is holding. There's a lock washer in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's not spinning with the rest of it. Yeah.
Now that I've banged on it, I can see there's a snap ring in there. I couldn't see it before. The thing is, can I get to it? The holes are completely full of rust. Hey, can you give me a hand for a second? Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Hold this like that. Keep it from moving as best you can. Thank you. So there's a snap ring groove right in here. I didn't even notice it on the other ones. So this goes like that. Snap ring. This snap ring cap. Got that one solved. I don't know what car this is off of. Maybe a different year. Same size. Well, that doesn't fit in there. Maybe this is off a Camaro. Who knows? So anyway, I got the part I needed. And who knows? Maybe I'll need these. See how easy this one works. This one works like butter. Or it did, now it won't push in. one works really good. Maybe I'm gonna take these off of there. But I also see, look at this, there's a, I don't have that on mine. There's some kind of clip that goes into these holes. See it?
Right here. Probably lock that in there. That's loose on there. Yep.
Yeah, so if you don't have this clip, which wasn't on that one, wasn't on this one, but is on that one. Another piece I need. Basket Case City.
Let's go.
More trivia. That's the knob I took off. But I bought some parts a long time ago. I forgot what I had. But I wrote on the side, shifter gold bird. That's the one that should be on there. So that this must pop out. And that's gonna go in there later. I got more bolts. Oh, here's those bolts you needed. No, they aren't. Yeah.
It probably is.
Cigarette lighter assembly, dash bezel, windshield wiper, headlight knob. Door crank assembly clips. Door crank. Well, I don't have a door crank. There's the door lock knobs you pull up. Anyway, that's how this car goes. Figure it out one piece at a time. See how Justin's doing over here. Take the camera off the stand. He's going crazy. Look out. He's doing good, man. Look at that.
Probably more than should be in there, but.
No, the more the merrier.
Right. Yeah, I got a little spot to fill here, and then I'm sure it goes up to here, but I gotta fit those back seats first.
So again, we're just laying it in here. Nothing's glued, right?
No. The only thing is I took the seat bolts and used them as guides and just put them through. And then up here we got one of the toe kicks in, so I went ahead and put it in to pinch it in there. I'm just
See, way in there, that rubber toe kick, whatever you want to call it, I found that.
upstairs. Basket case attic.
But you notice I don't have the kick panels in yet because I don't have the right ones. But I guess those should go in after carpet anyway. So you loving this?
Oh yeah. Every minute of it.
It's a challenge, man.
It's great. It's not like taking apart a Jetta.
So I do want to notice, somebody, way back I was saying I had gold, I don't know if you can see it in this camera, but that AC duct right there is gold. And the one over there is gold also. You can't look in the camera, looking at it, looks like silver. So we're gonna go home, but here's the, I took this piece. Can you see that in the camera?
Let's see. Here, I'll be your.
I took this piece off of here, and we're gonna stick it on here. If you don't have this, then the knob won't fit right. It'll be loose, so. I don't even know if they sell those, but luckily I found one. Or I would have even never known they went there. There. So that part alone to me is worth $50. I would have to research that forever. Anyway, that's it.